Good afternoon, friends. Sunday afternoon. Yesterday, I was speaking on a webinar and emphasizing facts specifically about the areas of concern as of now in our country. One is mucormycosis, and the second is again still the persistent fear of the clotting and other things which the AstraZeneca Covishield vaccine could cause an imaginary caution given by the European society. This is very, very important as such. First, one thing is that I read very clearly in the newspapers one of the senior Harvard University top professors, Professor Emeritus, telling what is the stupidity? Vaccines don't cause clots. Simple. And I feel the same way. Because clotting, if it has to occur, vaccines initially have been given after the age of 60 initially. And after the age of 60, people naturally have all ailments, especially diabetes, which is the biggest scourge now, because these are the people needing ICU and this care. And that is the reason why they need to have got vaccinated. When the vaccines were available, many of the people never took advantage and utilized it. So sad. And we are seeing so many of those people dying. One. Second, those who have got their vaccines, as far as our country is concerned, I can quote Dr. Subramaniam Swaminathan, one of my friends, uh, who is an advisor to WHO, leading infectious diseases specialist, categorically stating that vaccines don't cause any major problems other than body pain, headache, nausea, vomiting, which any other vaccine does cause. And okay, they might be a bit severe, but then you'll have to put up with it. Look at the other end of the thing. You want to end up in an ICU, ventilator, who knows whether you will come out? If you come out, you're bankrupt. Just imagine these scenarios. And please, people, stop spreading all this nonsense news on the social media. This is very, very disturbing. Because day before yesterday, I saw this thing clipping. This has come about 6 months back, telling that there is nothing called coronavirus. This is all a fake. And it is actually a fungus or actually a bacteria, it was told, somewhere in Italy. And this bacteria is causing these problems. Nonsense. They isolated the virus, studied the genome study and all that, and got a vaccine ready. Very proud to be an Indian to say that within a year, our country, which was supposed to be a developing country, has developed a vaccine, a couple of vaccines which they are providing to the world. Whether wisely or unwisely, God only knows. It was unwise, as far as I am concerned as a doctor, because we should have anticipated the second wave and kept the vaccines ready for them and then thought of other. I understand the Prime Minister is telling that no one is safe till everyone is safe. That doesn't mean that first we have got to, everything starts at home, right from charity, love, affection, everything starts from home. So look at our country first and then look at the other countries and then provide. But that sadly did not happen. And the second thing is all these 2.5 months I had sent a video, it had come in Republic TV. And it was very sad because that time we had cautioned not only me, including director of AMS, everyone, and they were told that these doctors are prophets of doom and gloom, telling that this is lurking, we are looking at a much, much bigger danger, we have to be extremely careful. None of the politicians bothered. None of them, right from the Prime Minister down to the lowest worker. They were all going about seeking power and through that money or whatever. They held all these gatherings. And then that was the major reason for spread. We had warned, no one bothered, and we are facing it. Who is facing the public? So this is something which is done. Should not be happening again. No. Okay, let us learn. The other thing is that the European study, this study, that study on vaccines causing embolism, sinus thrombosis, and all that, I feel is nonsense. Because people after the age of 80 are prone to all these ailments. And I don't know how exactly you have attributed this to the vaccine. That is not there in any of the studies. They say they had the vaccine, they even otherwise they could have developed. I'm simply asking a question. Does it mean that during the COVID time, when one is taking a vaccine, one should not develop other ailments, one should not die in an accident, one should not have a heart attack and die? Will everything be attributed to the vaccine? Nonsense, isn't it? People do die. It is a natural thing. One of my most favorite actors died. And I really know that he had been warned of a heart problem 3-4 years back when his son passed away. He was depressed, negligent, and he didn't bother about it, or probably thought that nothing would happen. Unfortunately, he was batting for these vaccines. And when he died, instead of focusing on that, people without knowing anything started telling heart attacks. And I have seen 2 or 3 of them because of this not taking vaccines. One died in the hospital, 2 are critical. So, what do we say? Those who take the vaccines, one thing, please make it clear. The vaccines afford protectivity around 65 to 70% the first dose. Why they have extended the second dose is again another reason, because of the population and the scarcity of the vaccines. And the fact that the first dose gives protection that long, 12 to 18 weeks, so that mass others can be vaccinated. These people are fairly safe, but still have to maintain all these. And then even after the second dose, if you are getting around 75-80% immunity, it still means that you are vulnerable. Doesn't mean that if you had a COVID vaccine, you are not going to develop COVID. If at all you develop COVID, stating again Dr. Subramanian Swaminathan, none of the patients where he has not done study in the place where he goes alone, all over the country in the data collected, none of the patients so far have developed a serious illness or an organ damage or death. But the fact remains that if after my vaccination I develop COVID, I am infective, I am dangerous to others. I can spread to those who are vulnerable, diabetics, cancer patients, on chemotherapy, on steroids, HIV patients especially, and right now children too. So as such, I have got to isolate and quarantine myself for the sake of others. So I would suggest man is a selfish animal. Please become very, very selfish in this. Take care of yourself, one. When you take care of yourself, you are taking care of others. You protect yourself, keep your distance, keep your this thing. It naturally means that each one doing that sees that the spread doesn't occur much. Simple logic is very, very important here. Because if this is done, as a selfish being, let us be selfish in this, not in other things. Then we are seeing the deaths and other things around, we might become selfless. That is something which is very important. So please, those who have not got vaccinated, with very great struggle, we have got this thing of vaccination for everyone. Unfortunately, scarcity of vaccines, but the moment it comes, please don't ask anyone, go and do it. If you are going to ask a legal problem, you have to ask a lawyer. An electrical problem, an electrician. A medical problem, a doctor. Not a barber, not a lusker. Understand this, please. Clear everything. Go without fear. You might develop allergy. That's why they are keeping a patient in observation for about 20 minutes to half an hour. That is about it. And some body pains, rarely, very rarely. But imagine the benefit you are getting out of this. Don't deprive yourself of this. Utilize it. Very, very important, one. And both the vaccines are similar. It doesn't matter. People ask Covishield, this thing, as if they were going to a grocery shop and trying to select. Whatever is that, take it. Both of them provide the same protection, doing the same work, protecting you against the disease or the severity of the disease as such. This is one thing I wanted to convey very, very clearly today. Because stating that this is fungal infection, it has come day before yesterday. It is not corona, it is not a virus, it is a fungal. The fungal infection, I'll come to this, mucormycosis. It is mucor mold which is found in soil, plants, decaying vegetables, fruits, whatever. And it is also found in the nasal cavity and this thing of normal human beings, like E. coli is found in the intestines. But these are normal common cells. When do they cause a problem? When there is a drop in resistance, these start surging out and then playing around. So, what happens, especially in diabetics, especially when I was explaining yesterday, the resistance is down. Cancer patients on chemotherapy, HIV patients, those on steroids, resistance is low. When coronavirus infects such patients, the immunity is increased because the body is fighting. But when the immunity is increased, there is a surge which can cause a sudden destruction and death. So, life saving drugs like steroids are required. What these steroids do, they reduce the inflammation in the lungs and everything, congestion, everything, and all that. But unfortunately, they reduce the immunity, adding fuel to fire. This is the time when these opportunistic organisms like fungus, mucormycosis, and all that start thriving and then growing up. And then these usually cause nasal bleeding, nasal this thing, sometimes eye congestion, drooping of eyelids, viscous secretions coming out of the eye, disturbances in the visual, those things. They can affect the lungs again, and there is no scarcity for amphotericin B, which is the drug of choice for this. Hope the government does something about it. It has to do it. It is their responsibility. We understand that the government is also struggling, the healthcare is struggling, doctors are struggling, nurses are struggling, and we are going against all odds to work. This is something which is very important. So the thing is, don't think of a complication which can kill. Try to prevent the cause which is leading to the complication by vaccinating yourself and following all the norms which are being given by the government. Very important. So this is one thing which I wanted to really convey today. Don't get confused. Tomorrow you can get another viral infection, another fungal infection adding on to this, and people saying that is the infection, not corona, because these are all secondary infections when the resistance comes down, especially in people with low immunity. That is why elderly people who were given first, many of them did not take when it's available. Now when it is not available, people are looking around and asking why what. But when the opportunity is there, you should have taken it. It is something, it's a life and death situation. You cannot keep depending and talking about other people's being afraid and then eventually ending up and then regretting later. That is the reason why I am telling this. Please do understand, my dear friends, my dear patients. And one more thing, we doctors have been stressed a lot. We have been really stressed. Personally might not be treating directly COVID patients because of health issues, but then directing people through the phone, through this thing, about 15, 20 calls a day, trying to get beds, oxygen, this, that, and people resistant, telling that I am breathless at night, and when we say go and get admitted, you please give us some tablets, trying to manipulate us. All these are a big tension for a doctor. And as such, please don't mistake me if I am not answering phone calls of my patients much. Please send me a message. I will be starting an online practice. This is no the go for me because I've got to do something for myself, as well as instead of giving in bits and pieces patients who need, I have got to give a complete solution for them. So probably from Wednesday I'll be starting an online practice in the evenings, and then at other times when I am free. My coordinator will be there. Those of whom my patients who are all here, please don't mistake me if I give my coordinator's number and through him you can fix up. Or please don't hesitate in an emergency. If I am not reachable or any of your consultant is not reachable, go to the nearest doctor. Ask him, explain, and then follow his advice. So this is something which I thought that I should be conveying today. I hope that this has been, this will be helpful, and probably please do follow this. Take care, be safe.